I think kind of goes without saying, but I'm gonna just say it anyway. If it came down to my all-time favorite female artist, it would be Mariah Carey. I have loved Mariah Carey since I was like young, okay? I can remember hearing her songs, and I just remember just loving her voice. She has such a beautiful voice. It's just angelic, and it's just basically like an instrument. The way that she can, like her ability to just hit the different octaves, her range. I mean, the way that she can go deep, but then she can go high. I think she's a soprano. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the timbre in her voice. I mean, just everything about her voice. Like, she can make it sultry on some songs. She can make it like gospel-y and churchy on others. I mean, Mariah Carey is just an icon. She's a freaking living legend, like I've told you guys. And I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate her and celebrate just the legend and who she is than to do a top 10 countdown for her. I've literally been listening to Mariah Carey. Today is her birthday. So I've been listening to her music since last Thursday, since I announced that I was going to be doing this on my Instagram. And that shit right there should just show you how difficult this has been for me, trying to narrow down those last few songs. And it's not necessarily that I don't have a song and I'm looking for a song to go in that spot. It's just more so of like having so many songs and saying like, okay, no, but I like this one better. But do I like this one better? Let me go listen to it. Then listening to that one, then listening to another one, and then I'm like, but I do like this one more than I like this one, but I like this one more than I like this one. So it was just very difficult for your girl to just kind of make this list. I did it. I created a list. I got top 10. And I don't even know. Like, I still feel some type of way about my top 10. I don't know. It's just very, very difficult to narrow down Mariah Carey's discography from 1990 to present and say that you can only choose 10 songs. I mean, that is pretty extreme. I literally went through each album, looked at every song that I know, and I created a list. You know how many songs I came out with? Came out with 42 songs. 42. Now, you try to squeeze 42 into 10. Oh, wait. Exactly. It's impossible. So, honestly, I feel like Mariah Carey is just more deserving of a top 20. But I'm going to stick to what I said. Top 10. I'm going to narrow it down to 10. And I've narrowed it down to 10. I have my list on my phone. But I do have another list of honorable mentions. So I don't know, during the course of this countdown, I might decide to switch some things around. I mean, you wouldn't know, but okay. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 10, it is Make It Happen. Make It Happen is one of the singles off of Mariah Carey's second album, Emotions. And I remember my mom having this CD. This is like when CDs first came out, and they used to send those little stamps where like you could get like 12 or 6 CDs if you put the little stamp of what CD you wanted. And I remember my mom getting Emotions by Mariah Carey, and my mom loved that album. She loved Dream Lover, she loved Emotions, she loved Make It Happen. But for some reason, Make It Happen resonated with your girl. And I don't know if playing it back when I was doing this actually resonated a whole lot more because of my content creator journey and just like what I'm aspiring to do and what my goals are. But Make It Happen is what really stuck out to me when I went back and played. Make It Happen is one of those churchy type feels. I definitely can see, you know, that she's inspired by, you know, Shirley Caesar and the Clark sisters and things like that. You can kind of hear it in her songs. When she sings more upbeat sometimes, especially back in the 90s, you can kind of hear the churchy feel to it and the vibe to it. And Make It Happen is actually a song about faith. Like, I'm gonna make this happen. This is a belief that I have. And she just kind of documents her journey to like actually being signed a record deal, and you know, her struggle, but how she endured and how she pushed through, and she kept going and she kept believing and she had faith. And it just really hit your girl. If you are going through something or if life is tough, I do recommend that you go and take a listen to that one. My 9th selection is going to be We Belong Together, because We Belong Together had to be on your girl's list. When Mariah came out with The Emancipation of Mimi, y'all, I was like in high school. I want to say I was like a senior or a junior. I just remember We Belong Together just belting that song, and the same energy that I can remember when that song came out is the same energy I have when I play that song today. When I listen to We Belong Together, I mean, it just takes your girl there. It just takes me there. I just be really in the zone. Like, that song just really brings it out of me, you know, like, woo, I feel her. I feel her. I feel the sentiments. I feel it. You know, I see her in that moment. That song just really just has a vibe about it. The energy in the song, it's very well written. And that's another thing too about Mariah Carey, which makes her such an icon and a living legend who deserves all of her flowers. She's an amazing songwriter. She wrote and or co-wrote many of her songs. Your favorite song is probably written by her. She probably wrote your favorite song by her. So I'm just telling you, like, she's just gifted. Not only is she a vocal talent and just a beast at the voice part and the singing part, but the production and the composition as well, and then the writing. I mean, so that just kind of, I think that just classes her with the greats like Michael Jackson and Prince. The fact that you compose your music, the fact that you write your music, the fact that you are just incredible talent as well. I mean, I can give her flowers all day. I'm just trying to let you guys know that, you know, don't sleep. Don't sleep on Mariah Carey, okay? Breakdown. Breakdown is my number 8 song. Breakdown is the only song that Mariah Carey has that has the sound that one has. And so it's kind of like in its own category. What I love about it is like she's singy, but then like at the breaks and bridges sometimes she's kind of like rappy in a way. So it really reminded me when I was playing it back, I'm like, oh, so this is where, you know, Destiny's Child gets that no, like they get that little sing-songy rap type thing going. It comes from Breakdown. Mariah Carey, I'm telling you. If you don't like any Mariah Carey songs, you gotta like Breakdown, because Breakdown, again, is not like any other songs that she has done. It's just in its own category, and it's a bop. It's a bop, hands down. My number 7 pick is going to be Forever. I was in between Forever and Without You, because both of those songs, I really love both of those songs, and both of those songs would be a number 7 song. But I'm going with Forever because I can vividly recall when this song came out. The video is like a black and white video, and I remember like loving the song instantly, to the point where I played the song, because that's back in the day when I would pop in a VHS and record the video and then like play the video and be able to watch the video whenever I wanted to. That's what we did as millennials, okay? I can remember like playing that song over and over and over and learning the words to Forever, and I just love it. I love that it feels like, you know, it has that like old school vibe, like Sam Cooke-y. It has some type of old appeal to it that I really liked. So it was like a modern song, because I want to say that came out, Forever came out on, I want to say, her Daydream album. So that's like 93, 95-ish. So it was kind of modern, but at the same time, it had that like 50, 60 type feel to it. I don't know, you gotta listen to the melody. The melody of it is kind of like one of those old school type feels, and it just, I don't know, it makes me feel like this. Like, so Forever is definitely in my heart forever, right? Coming in at number 6 is After Tonight. I was actually back and forth between After Tonight and My All and where I would place those two, but whether or not I would do After Tonight higher than My All, and that's because I do playback all the time After Tonight. I don't know what it is about that song. I don't know if it is that Spanish. I don't know if it's that you know, that Spanish flow of that song that I love, or I don't know. But After Tonight, I mean, it just does it for me. Okay, sultry, it's sexy, it's all of the vibes. You gotta listen to it. If you never heard it, you gotta go and listen to it, because it's just Mariah Carey, like I wouldn't say at her best, but just Mariah Carey doing what she does very well, okay? Which is ballads, okay? She's the queen of ballads. And I love the fact that I learned in this research, in doing this video, that she wrote all of her songs, which, because I was gonna say that in my video anyway, that whoever her songwriters were, whoever her production team were, they really did a great job of playing to her strengths. I mean, she's a ballad babe. I mean, she does very well with ballads, and she sounds better, to me, in my opinion, on her songs where she is, you know, singing in that type of way. You know, I love her upbeat songs. You know, some of my honorable mentions are more of her upbeat songs, but I'm sorry, you're not doing Mariah Carey any justice if you're not listening to a song where it's a ballad, okay? Because that is her strength. Coming in at number 5 is Fantasy. Fantasy featuring ODB or Fantasy the original, it does not matter. When I tell you I love Mariah Carey's Fantasy, I knew that was gonna be a top 5. I found myself wanting to say absolute favorite, but that's my favorite upbeat song by Mariah Carey. I would say that then. Can I say that? There's a lot of crooning on there that I love. I love the end of the song, but I really just love the layering and how she produced it, and like her vocals, and oh my God, I just love Fantasy. Like, I'm probably finna go listen to that song now. I mean, one of her top like Billboard singles, is one of her number ones. And I mean, of course, it was gonna be on the countdown. You know, when you thought about Mariah Carey and you clicked on this video, you said to yourself, she better have Fantasy on there, because that's just what Fantasy does. I mean, there's nothing else I could say. Coming in at number 4 is My All. My All is my junk. Okay, like, again, here we are, a ballad. It's sexy, sultry, it's soulful. Whew. I absolutely love this song. It's the one. It's the one, okay? I know when she was in the studio and she made that, I know that they were like, this is definitely gonna be a single. It is the song. If someone asked me and who never heard Mariah Carey and they wanted to hear a song by her, I would probably play 2 songs for them. I would play I'd probably play all the songs on this list. But My All is definitely one of the songs that I'm gonna play for them. The easiest part of this process is coming up with my top 3. I already knew what songs were gonna be my top 3, like what were gonna be in the first 3 spots. So number 3 is going to be, hands down, Whenever You Call. Mariah Carey has 2 versions of Whenever You Call. She has the one where it's just her singing, and then she has another featuring Brian McKnight. And I prefer Whenever You Call with just her. Whenever You Call is just so well written. And even like the composition, the way that it's layered, her vocals and everything. I mean, it's just chef's kiss, okay? It's the absolute best song. If it had to be a song to really showcase her range and her vocal ability, that would be it. It's one of the songs that I play back all of the time. I have so many videos, so many snaps of me singing Whenever You Call, because Whenever You Call is just so beautifully written and such a beautiful song. So if you've never heard it, I suggest and strongly suggest that you go and you check that song out, because that song is a winner, okay? You probably already have an idea of what number 2 is. Number 2 is Vision of Love. Vision of Love had to be on the list. I mean, come on, y'all. Vision of Love is Mariah Carey's debut single, her first song ever. And I feel like it did everything that it needed to do. If it came down to it and she was only singing that song and that was her, you know, like a one-hit wonder type thing, it's like, it definitely would leave more to the imagination. It definitely, you hear it, it makes you want to hear other songs by her, because you hear her range in there. I mean, everything. The song is just amazing. It's one of my favorite songs. It's one of the songs that I always have on repeat. Vision of Love is the ultimate Mariah Carey song. On her debut album, all 4 of her singles actually hit number 1. So I mean, everybody was checking for Mariah when Mariah debuted in 1990. Right before she hits that note, that little bridge there that I just absolutely, chef's kiss, is like perfect. Oh, Vision of Love is everything. It's just perfect. I mean, it's like the perfect song. So you knew it had to be here. So if Vision of Love comes in second place, what's my number 1? Can't Take That Away by Mariah Carey. It is Mariah's theme song, and it is my theme song. And I remember when this album came out, I was in middle school. Can't Take That Away is a song that just really resonates with me, because I can't say specifically what I was going through, but like just her lyrics and what she's saying in the song just really resonated with me then, but also now. Sometimes things in life, like the hard times, as well as like people, sometimes people try to take your light away from you, try to take that thing, that joy that you have, or whatever it is that they see in you that they don't want you to have, you know, and they try to take it from you. Like, they can't take it away from you. They didn't give it to you. And that song just really resonated with me, you know, as a young girl, and it easily became my theme song, because they can say whatever they want to say, you know, try to bring me down, but I will not allow anyone to succeed, to hang clouds over me, and they can try hard to make me feel like I don't matter at all. But I know that there's a light in me that shines brightly, and they cannot take it away. And those lyrics, when I tell you, that song just really got me through. And it still is a song that still gets me through sometimes, because I definitely can understand and relate to what she's saying. It's just my absolute favorite song. It's like my theme song, my go-to song. And so I don't really play it back as often as I do Vision of Love and Whenever You Call, or my other songs on my list, but it is one of those songs that means so much to me, and so it had to be number 1. That song is my theme song, so it had to be number 1. Definitely going on my life soundtrack, okay? If I was to ever have a soundtrack, that song is gonna be on my soundtrack for my life, okay? Because that song got your girl through a lot. And I'm being comical right now, but it honestly did. It really, really did get me through a lot. and still is getting me through. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you guys enjoyed the countdown. I enjoy doing top countdowns because I just love music so much. I love sharing, you know, why I like the songs or why I chose the songs that I've chosen and to place them where I place them and stuff. So it's always fun. This is always fun to do. So if you liked this video, then make sure you check out the playlist where I have like other ones like NSYNC and J. Cole and Rihanna. I promise I will try to do more. It's just kind of hard to think about who to do. Like, I don't know. So if you have any suggestions, you can drop that in the comments. What are your favorite Mariah Carey songs? What are the songs that would have made your top 10 countdown? But I do want to make sure that I mention my honorable mentions, okay? Because the songs that I was really struggling with, so Without You, and I absolutely love Without You. I can't live. You know that song? Without you, I can't live. I remember being a young girl and like belting the lyrics to that song. Like I really know what I was talking about. And didn't have any clue. Butterfly. I absolutely love Butterfly. What? Especially on the end when she goes in and she was like, yes. Butterfly is my junk. I really was toying with making Butterfly my number 10 and putting it on the list. I don't know how I was going to make it work, but Butterfly is definitely an honorable mention. Emotions, because I can't do it. But the end of the song, when she go in like that, like, girl, she really be like throwing shade. Like I really be thinking she be being petty, how she just be doing that at the end of the song, like just effortlessly like that. Like we can't do that, but she just put that there at the end of the song. Like, hi, you can't do that. You know, only I can do this. You know, I feel some type of way about that. Someday, definitely, I absolutely love Someday. But you already know, I honestly believe that Mariah's strengths are ballads. And so I feel that to really get the best of Mariah, it's got to be a ballad. Okay, it's got to be a ballad. But I do love Someday. Honey, I love Honey. I absolutely love Honey. And I really, like, the list could go on because I didn't even mention One Sweet Day. There's just so many. She has so many songs. And I really feel that she's more deserving of a top 20 from me. Whatever songs would make your top 10, I do want to hear from you. Please drop that and let me know in the comments. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, take care of you. Bye.